Primary producers in flood-affected Queensland say it could be years before they recover from this latest natural disaster. Several towns are still inundated and isolated, with some local authorities saying it could be weeks before floodwaters fully recede. Meteorologists say the record-breaking rain is expected to start easing from tomorrow. Livestock losses are estimated to be around 150,000, with that figure likely to rise as floodwaters recede. Some farmers now face the prospect of selling properties which have been in families for generations. Merway Shire Mayor Sean Radnedge says residents need to stay alert as they move into the recovery phase.
We're starting to get into day 11 of this episode of this flooding. Now everyone is getting tired and everyone just needs to, I say, take a step back. We're in the flooding phase at the moment. Let these emergency departments do their job and then we'll work through and then we'll hit the recovery in probably the next 4 to 5 days.
The Bureau of Meteorology says even though rainfall is set to ease in southwest Queensland, complications from flooding could remain for weeks. ABC presenter Nate Byrne reports from Charleville.
That was the mayor there you were just listening to. His name's Zorro. He's the local butcher around here, and he's part of the community that this morning is bracing itself here in Charleville for another burst of water to come through. As I was talking to the mayor, who was saying they've prepared the levee gates here in Charleville for that surge. He was anticipating that they hopefully won't have to close them. But water's up around here from the last 24 hours, but you can see the skies behind me. They're blue. That is very, very welcome, and the trend from this point onwards that we are going to see clearer conditions, drier conditions, and now we'll be able to see no additional rainfall for those flooded towns. Still very much the focus for this region is the towns around here, places like Thargomindah, where latest reports are that the waters for now have stabilised. That's good news, but there is still more water upstream coming down. So even if that doesn't turn into renewed riverine rises, it's certainly going to slow things down. Now, today, the focus here at the airport at Charleville has been getting out to those communities, as they have for the last 11 days. But there was also a big swap out this morning of SES crews because the people out there are fatigued, they are tired. So fresh people going in to help with the assistance as those waters continue to recede. Actually, I spoke with the area commander for the southwest Queensland floods, David Bennett, a little earlier, and he told me about where they're really pointing today. Take a look.
We're continuing to put in resupplies, not only for the community but also the affected animals that are in that area. Things like fodder drops and dog food and all that type of stuff. We're just waiting for the waters to recede. We've got all our supplies ready to rock and roll, and we're just waiting for that access into the community to help them as best we can to get back to recovery.
It's behind me, you can see the dog food and the oil. Actually, I just bumped into a police officer who said to me, I'm off to buy some cat food and some fish food as well, because people love their pets, and that's just another angle of this story, of course. Now, places like Adavale, where we've seen the water falling below the flood levels, now just caked in mud. Now, problem there is that under these clear blue skies, that mud is just going to bake, making it harder and harder for the cleanup to get started. Still trying to get into communities like that. I understand the ADF is likely to arrive with some support later on today. I'll be here to see that happen as they arrive, hopefully later on this morning, Dan. This is still very much, even pushing towards 2 weeks in, an active, developing situation. There are people out there in the country right now that are completely cut off.